Don't overdo it with this heavy fiber. You know, this is just out of concern. This is not no anti-soy and anti-hot sauce. Just concern for these vegans that are doing these unnatural things to themselves.
Don't play with your food.
You are going to probably regret doing this to yourself. I just have to say it. Have you eaten this meal before? Is there anything else going to go with this? He's not showing anything. He's just showing bottles of... Have you done this before? This is reminding me of an experience that I had when I was a vegan. I made black bean burgers, right? I made a whole bunch of them, and they were good, right? But after like the second day, I ran out of bread or the buns or whatever, so I didn't have anything. So I just had these black bean burger patties, and I just had them with ketchup and mustard mixed together, and I was just eating them with a fork, like breaking them apart with a fork and eating them with the ketchup and mustard. And I did that for a few days because I made so many of them. Like, it's easy to make these beans in bulk, so I had a whole bunch of them. I wanted to eat them up before they went bad. And let me tell you, I never have had digestive issues in my entire life, ever. Like, I can digest pretty much anything. The only issue that I've ever had was after I had those days of just straight up beans with nothing with it. I think you're supposed to dilute beans with lettuces, tomatoes, you know, corn chips or something, but just straight up beans. I was worried that... I was talking to my friend about this because she was like, well, fiber shouldn't make you constipated. I was like, no, this fiber has me like feeling like a bear about to go into hibernation when they try to clog themselves up, because I was like, I do not want to have to get anything to get this out. So I started taking a bunch of magnesium to get that. That was the only thing that got it moving, y'all. It felt like I literally put a brick in my stomach and it just was not moving. And it was... I don't want to go into too much detail, but that's the only issue that I've ever had with my digestion. I've never had digestive issues. And also, on top of that, eating all those beans... don't watch this video if you don't want to hear talking about stools, but if you eat all these beans all the time, I would encourage you to look at your stools and make sure it's just a stool, because if you keep eating beans and beans and beans and beans and nothing with it, look out for what would appear to be like cobwebbiness around your stools or mucus, because I think all this fiber can drag out the lining of your colon right along with it. It's just too much fiber. I started getting that too. That cobwebby stuff. I was like, what the heck is this? Look like cobweb stuck to the stool. And I had to get on Google, and it's like, that's is mucus. Yes, the mucus lining of your colon will come out with all this fiber. Dilute these beans with something. Beans by themselves, it doesn't look nasty. It doesn't, you know. I ate all those black beans, and while I was eating them, it was delicious. But let me tell you, your gut is not prepared for all of that. That's why people have their beans with chips, lettuces, tomatoes, you know, dilute it with something, not just some straight up beans. It's very unnatural. But yeah, I wish the best for you and your colon. I hope you do not drag out the mucus lining of your colon with all these beans. I hope you do not form a brick in your colon. There have been people in the hospital getting these overly fiberful bulks cut out of their, getting the blockages cut out of their intestines. Okay, don't overdo it with this heavy fiber. You know, this is just out of concern. This is not no anti-soy and anti-hot sauce. Just concern for these vegans that are doing these unnatural things to themselves. All you got to do is put some rice in the rice cooker. Okay, mix some tomatoes in there instead of ketchup or something, because it seems like you pretty much like anything. Just mix any vegetable in there. If you're willing to eat that textured vegetable protein and some boiled mushrooms, you can pretty much eat anything. You don't have any specific taste requirements, so throw some vegetables in there or something to dilute this dry bean fiber. I think tomatoes would be good. And again, you're being dramatic, because beans, like, you're being dramatic. That meal that you made was the nastiest looking thing ever. A bowl of beans does not look as nasty as those boiled. You need to learn how to cook too. Who boils mushrooms? Mushrooms are not meant to be boiled. Okay, you gotta cook the water out of them to concentrate the flavor. You don't boil them in water, because that just, it ain't gonna taste like anything. Why is it that when vegans try to be sarcastic and they say all these bad things about vegan stuff and vegan food, it's like your sarcasm is actually true, so it's not even really sarcasm, it's just like sad.
Alright, y'all know what time it is. Red pill vegan. Next.